Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've just sat in front of a mic and talked to you guys about what's going on with me, what's coming, and just things that are happening in the Kale Sleazer slash Albluno sphere. To start off, it has been a whirlwind of a month for me. I turned 20 at the end of April, and turning 20 is it's really weird because you're not a teenager anymore. The last few years have been really kind of a blur because of COVID and just being a college kid, being out on my own, learning how to do stuff by myself. And it's made me realize a lot of things, and it's made me appreciate a lot of things. And one of the things that I've appreciated the most, especially these last few years, is this channel, this brand that I have built, and all of you wonderful people that have come in and really just supported my absolute insanity. Like, it's insane. Like, at the time I'm recording this, I'm at 199 subs, but I cracked 200 a few weeks ago, and that was kind of surreal to me. It was pretty great. So the title of this video, I haven't 100% decided what it is, but the title is going to be something like Dreams Don't Die, They Evolve. That might be the title I use. But the reason I use that, I've mentioned this in brief spurts before, but this is not my main life. Like, this channel is not what I want to do with my life. That's what I wanted to do when I started. I've been doing this channel since I was 16, a junior in high school, and I am about to be a junior in college, and that's just insane to think about. I am on the better side of 4 years of doing this, and that's just kind of insane. I've learned so much. I've made so many great new friends. I've built on a lot of great relationships. My chair back here, I've got my guest chair back here. I actually recorded Cuphead with Castle Check in here a few days ago, which was awesome, but I'll get to that later. But I say dreams don't die, they evolve, because that's what happens. Like, when I was a kid, like, when you're a kid, you want to do so many different things. Like, at different points, I wanted to be an airplane pilot, a infectious disease scientist like my uncle, football player, baseball player. Then what was after that? Something with sports, and I finally found, I feel like I found what I want to do, which is broadcasting baseball. There's a video on my channel of me having my broadcast highlights from last summer, I think, but I absolutely love broadcasting baseball, and I have an internship in North Carolina this summer. I'm recording this on Thursday afternoon almost, on the 26th, and if you guys are watching this video, I'm probably on the road with my dad to North Carolina right now, moving my stuff down. I'm gonna be down there for 2 months, in the woods of western North Carolina. I don't know how good my internet's going to be, or if my internet will even be existent down there, but I'm gonna have a fair amount of free time on my hands from what I have gathered information-wise so far, so my hope is that I can do a few videos a week. I don't think streaming's gonna happen, and that's another thing I wanted to jump into. I'm sorry that I haven't streamed a lot, guys. It's something that I love to do, but the difference between streaming and recording is that streaming, you have to keep that energy level. You got to keep knocking out words and stuff. Just got to keep on talking and talking and talking for hours on end, and it can be exhausting. Like, if you don't have the proper energy to stream, like, people don't really gravitate toward you. You don't feel like it. Whereas recording, you can edit a lot of the stuff out, and I can curse like a sailor and throw things and edit it out, and no one will be the wiser unless I tell you in a video like this. That was good timing. That actually brings up my next point. So I go to college at Iowa State University. Many of you already know that, but the thing about Iowa weather is that it makes absolutely no sense, and it can turn on a dime. And it was really cold for a while, and then it just absolutely shot up to like 80s, 90s, almost 100s for like a week in Ames, and everything bloomed and blossomed at once, and the pollen was really bad. And it is 2.5 weeks later, and I have not fully recovered from that. Like, my congestion, you guys have seen it in my past videos. I put notes in my past videos. It's been really bad these last few weeks, and it's really hindered my ability to stream and record. I'm surprised I got through the Cuphead session with Aaron as well as I did the other day. Aaron, if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you are, but thank you for that, by the way. That was super fun. We re-recorded next to each other with Cuphead because you can only do co-op in the same room. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I've been really congested the last few weeks. This is the best I've sounded in a while. Like, It sat in my lungs for a while. Now it's kind of moving up. I had a doctor's appointment, but then it got pushed. So I've been quote unquote sick for longer. It's just really bad congestion. I finally I technically got prescribed steroids for my congestion. I got prescribed a pretty heavy dose. I'm about halfway through my regimen, and I can feel it working. So that's good. One big thing, and this is kind of really the whole point of the video here. The big thing with the career path I want to go on is I need my voice. Like, I need my voice. I need my congestion to not be terrible like it was the last 2 weeks. So at least these next few months, well, 2 months really, I really need to focus on this internship, because this is what I want to do with my life. I want to broadcast baseball. I want to end up in a minor league system in a few years broadcasting baseball. The dream job is broadcasting for the Chicago Cubs on the radio, where Pat Hughes sits right now, but that's a long ways away. I love doing YouTube, but you guys know I can get a little bit into it sometimes, and that takes a little bit out of my voice, and I really need to focus on really having a good voice for this job. So that, on top of not knowing what on earth my internet capabilities are going to be in North Carolina, I honestly cannot tell you guys how much like actual new content I'm going to be able to crank out in North Carolina these next 2 months. However, I have a ton of videos stockpiled that can honestly get me halfway through June. I'm reacting and recording this part 1 of Stranger Things 4 tonight. I'm super excited for that. That video will have been out by the time you guys are watching this. YouTube timeline is really weird for YouTubers, because you say like, oh, this video's out already, but I haven't recorded it yet. It just kind of lines up in your brain. You guys have heard me talk about that before. I'm just gonna pull up my notepad I have on my phone here. I take a lot of notes on my YouTube and Twitch stuff. So here is what I have planned right now. So you guys are watching this on the 28th when the video comes out. So this is, I labeled this my summer farewell in my notes. It's not really a farewell. It's just kind of letting you guys know what's going on, because I don't know what this summer is going to look like YouTube/Twitch wise. So the Stranger Things 4 Part 1 reaction came out yesterday at the time you guys are watching this. I will do a Part 2 in North Carolina. I'm going to make that happen, because most of my games down there are night games, so I can make my mornings work really well, which is good, because it'll come out at, oh god, it's gonna be 3 a.m. Eastern time. Ugh, that's gonna be rough. Part 2. I've got 2 Lego Star Wars videos that can be put up. I've got at least two Cuphead videos that can be put up. I've been waiting a long time to compile this last stream highlights video, so that's 5 videos for sure. I've got a bunch of short ideas. I might just do a lot of shorts this summer. My 69th short is next, and I have a funny idea for that. You guys will see that eventually. I actually had inspiration strike for that about 12 hours ago at midnight. You guys will see what I do with that. As far as Twitch, if I'm lucky enough to have half decent internet down there, I don't know how well streaming is going to do, because the way my living situation is, I'm broadcasting baseball basically in a forest. So my ball complex that I'm gonna be at is along a river in I think it's technically a national forest in North Carolina. I think it's a forest of some kind. I'm going to be living in a cabin in the woods for 2 months, and from what it sounds like, it is basically going to be camping out, because there's apparently a bathhouse, and I'm gonna have to go down there anytime I want to shower from the sound of it. The perk though, I might be living by myself, I might not be, but the guys I've been talking to seem really cool. So I'm not 100% sure what my living situation is yet. I haven't been given as much information as I'd like, but I feel like I have enough to go off of to kind of share with you guys where my thoughts are at right now. Oh, another huge thing. I don't know if I've really plugged this on YouTube or not, but I got offered an RA position late at Iowa State. Woohoo. That is a huge life changer. So pretty much when I'm done in North Carolina, I'm turning around. I will maybe have 48 hours here at home to like regroup and then go to Ames for RA training starting on August 1st. So I will have my own room next year. I am going to be doing RA stuff. That job's going to come first. I should have a fair amount of time to record because I'm going to take that RA job very seriously. It's something I've wanted for several years now. I'm going to be in the building a lot just to be available if something goes wrong, because I've heard stories. Things always go wrong. So I want to be that guy to be like, hey, what do you need help with? I can help put out this quote unquote fire that's popped up. So I'll be in the building. I'm hoping that I can stream once a week during the school year. I'm not going to promise anything there because, again, like, streaming on Twitch, it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work, a lot of energy. You need good internet connection. And the great thing about living by yourself is that you can really do what you want. My last two roommates, Jonah and Trevor, I love those guys to death. They're both awesome guys, but I never wanted to like record all the time with them around because they kind of have to like be quiet and stay in their own corner so my production is good. So I can pretty much do whatever I want recording wise next year, so long as it doesn't interfere with school or RA duties. So I should have more time to do Twitch next year, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for, and then have more flexibility with my YouTube recording schedule. As far as dreams evolving, like when I started this, I wanted to be a YouTuber full time. It's a lot of work doing what I do now, putting out. I've gone at a pace of, at least the last few months, I've gone at a pace of 2 videos and 1 short a week, roughly. And that's a lot of work. Like, one actual video can, like, from setting up your recording station to making the final touches on the upload, that can take anywhere from a combined 3 to maybe up to 6 hours with stream highlights video. So that's for one actual video. It's a lot of work, but I love doing this. But I have accepted the fact that this is not going to be the main thing I do. I'm hoping that this can be a secondary income stream along with me streaming on Twitch. Just like some extra spending money a month, like once I gain some more momentum, would be great. If I'm looking at where I want to be in life in the next 5 years, I'll be 25 in 5 years. I've only got 2 years of college left, so I'll be 3 years out of college then. I'm hoping to be, first of all, I'm hopefully going to be an RA for 2 years. And I'm an RA in the same building. So my dorm setup's going to look a lot the same. I am moving up a floor, though. But I am in the same building as an RA, which is fantastic. But the RA job is something I've wanted. That's something I'm going to focus on. I got to focus on finishing my journalism degree so I can be a baseball broadcaster. I do have like a required internship thing that I have to do next summer, but I'm going to worry about this internship first before I even begin to really go into detail about talking to you guys about what might be going on next summer. But as soon as I'm done with college, I'm hoping, like, with the way baseball season works, I'll get out of college in like May of 2024. I'll probably float around doing like a supplementary, like, public address, sports announcing, whatever, for probably close to a year. And hopefully I can land with a minor league organization somewhere, get my financial feet under me, because my parents helped me a lot financially, and that's one reason why I've been able to go so far with this channel. Like my computer, my mic, my camera, my dad paid for that, which was super awesome of him to do. So that was a huge financial boost for me. I have paid for a lot of stuff myself. I paid for my Wii U myself. I paid for my Switch, or not my Switch. When I got my Switch, I made a deal with my dad. That was on my 14th birthday. We split the cost of that for my birthday. And then my PS5 I paid for all by myself. That took a big chunk. And then the gaming chair I paid for by myself. But I'm gonna need to start worrying about my own finances more. I don't really have as much extra spending money to spend on YouTube stuff, so I'm gonna be a bit more frugal this summer, especially with how I spend things, and that might affect YouTube things a little bit, but that's okay. I gotta learn how to budget my money a little bit and really just be more of an adult. I'm hoping by the time I'm 25, I've got my life together a little bit. I've got a good career path set. I'm living in a good spot, and I want to get married and have a family someday. That's something that I want for myself. I want a partner to go through life with. I want kids. I think I briefly mentioned my ex-girlfriend Katie in one video that I did over this spring winter stretch. That was a really good relationship while it lasted. I was really happy, but it ended really abruptly. It kind of fell apart at the seams, and we haven't talked for months. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was in a really low place for upwards of a month and a half after that breakup. Like, I felt like my life was really starting to come together. Like, I had a girlfriend. I was finally starting to go to basketball, football events, not as scared of COVID as I was the year prior. God, my freshman year of college sucked with that. Then Katie dumped me, and then I learned that I was placed on the RA alternate list, which means that I am on the list, but I'm not guaranteed an RA spot. So I thought I was going to have to be at my dining job for another year. That's a big hit financially, because I'm going to have to start paying for my own college stuff soon, which is not nearly as much money as some other people pay for their college, because my parents are helping me a lot. Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, thank you. You're helping me a lot. But I got placed as an RA really the week before I left to come home, which was fantastic. I've done a lot of shuffling around with things in my life, and honestly, my dad's theory on why I might feel so crappy is that I went from one emotional state to the other really, really fast. Like, everything was going so wrong, and then it all fell into place just a few weeks later. And emotions and stress can really screw up your immune system or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to pretend to know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time anyway. But really, the whole point of this video is to just let you guys know what's going on. I've got the internship this summer in the woods of North Carolina. I'm not sure how good my internet's going to be. I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to be able to upload. I'm not necessarily worried about the time aspect, just if I have to drive into town to edit videos where there's Wi-Fi, that might be something. I'm a little bit worried about gas prices down there, because gas is expensive everywhere, and I'm going to try and travel as little as possible down there, because I'm only broadcasting home games from the sound of it, and there's really not as many games on my schedule as I want. My housing is paid for, and I get $10 an hour while I work. It's just a matter of what I get paid for, like how my hours are like doled out, because I'm going to be doing a lot of prep time for my broadcasts, and I'm just mainly worried about the internet situation at that point. I'm probably going to be living off of Hot Pockets and canned food for 2 months, which is honestly kind of what I've been doing while I've been home anyway. I missed Hot Pockets, man. I don't really eat them while I'm up at Iowa State. I have my dining hall plan there, but I missed Hot Pockets, man. But the hope is I can continue to get some content out to you guys. Once August hits, especially those first 2 weeks, I'm going to have a lot of time on my hands. So I'm hoping that I can do some stuff then. There's really not a ton of new games coming out this summer, though. That's the other thing I'm a little bit worried about. I do have a few other ideas for series. There's a Crash Bandicoot trilogy that I got on my Switch pre the channel, and that's something I've wanted to do for a long time. That might be something I want to do. Star Wars Force Unleashed got a remaster, well, not remaster, but like ported to Switch. That's something I've been wanting to play. The Mario, what's the technical name? Like Mario Strikers Battle League comes out June 10th. I'm hoping I can record, edit, and post that the day of, but we'll see. But that's really all that's coming out this summer. Splatoon doesn't come out until September, so I might have to get a little bit creative with game content over the summer. And I've got the 2 episodes of Cuphead with Aaron, but we can really only do that in person, and there's a good chance I might not see Aaron in person until November or later, so we might not finish that Cuphead series for a while, but it's something that I want to start. Whenever I record these videos, I feel like I always say too much, but at the same time, I forget half of what I'm going to say. So if you've watched this far, first of all, thank you. I appreciate you just sitting and listening to me talk. If you have any questions, or if you feel like I missed something, or you just want to know something, drop a comment. I love it when you guys comment. I love interacting with you guys. If you have questions about anything that I just threw at you, just let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. So from this point forward, I'm hoping there's gonna be a lot of footage of like me here, but I'll be, at the time I'm recording this, I'm on the way to North Carolina and will not be back until late July. So I don't know when the videos I record down there are going to start actually showing up on YouTube. It might be mid to late June before that happens. But from this point on until late July, I'm in North Carolina. I'm doing the internship thing. And then after that, I'm basically turning around and going to RA training back at Iowa State. So I'm kind of in my last couple days at home here. I'm doing a lot of binge watching on Friday, the day before this comes out, with part 1 of Stranger Things and then the first 2 episodes of Kenobi. Very nice. I'll be editing the part 1 and having that out the day of. That's already out when you guys see this. And I'm hoping I can do some editing in hotels at night while my dad and I are kind of traveling and settling into North Carolina. My dad's staying an extra day or 2 in North Carolina to help me find stuff, which is super nice of him. My dad's awesome, guys. He helps me with so much stuff. He's great. I've done a lot of talking. I've actually got to go pick up my little brother from his last day of 7th grade today. I got to leave for that in about 5 minutes, but I've thrown a lot at you. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the continued support. It means a lot, and I will see you guys when I see you. Peace out.